morning. I would like to thank the Lord for the life that He has given. This is a message and prayer to the law enforcement. What has happened to our nation? I come as a concerned son, as a concerned brother. What's happening to our nation? What world do we live on? Are we going back to apartheid? Why our very own mothers in the law enforcement are fighting with us? Why our very own mothers are judging us? And you, not the mother, think what happened to the emotional intelligence? Why can't you see us as your sons and daughters? Why can't you see us as your very own? Why are you fighting? Why are you always fighting? Why are you fighting with us? To the law enforcement out there, the message comes to you. As a concerned citizen, I'm concerned. Like, why do you have to apologize for being young and drive? Why do you have to apologize for being young and have problems with your eyes? Why are you being judged by the law enforcement? Why the law enforcement is not doing their job and judging people? The first thing first, I had like, this one is very concerning. An incident happened to me twice, not even like once, twice. A mother, someone to be called my mother, stopped me along the way, and I'm driving, I'm on work, I'm on duty. Like, I was like basically going to a hospital, and someone stopped me and be like, when last did you drink? And that time I'm new to the industry, I'm new to the Eastern Cape area. I don't even understand the term Uxela back then. But the law enforcement, a whole law enforcement is at work. They can't approach you with an English. The English that they used to write your ticket, they don't write the ticket in their home language, but they write in English. And then now, because of your skin color, they have to treat you like you need to know the language. What's happening with this world that we are living on? What's happening with our fellow mothers? Why can't you treat us as your sons and daughters on the road? Do we have to apologize for driving young? Do we have to apologize for success? Why so much hate? Because, like, literally, the mother stopped me, and the first question was like, "Udinen in Uxela." That time I didn't have an idea that she's talking about the drinking. I was like, I don't understand. I kept on stating my case. I don't understand. She thinks that I'm a Xhosa. And that time I'm not even closer to that. I'm just a guy who is living in the Eastern Cape because of work. And guess what? They be like, this guy has an attitude. And that time, I'm being judged for my skin color. I'm being judged for being young. I'm being judged because of my eyes problems. My eyes are red. Someone is asking me about alcohol. And that time, I honestly answer, I don't drink alcohol. It's been 14 years. Someone thinks I'm pretending. I'm on duty. How can I drink? They'll be like, other people do drink. Well, they're on duty. And at the end of the day, guess what? You get a ticket as a thank you. You explain, you state your case. They don't believe you. Are we criminals on the road? Why are we being treated like criminals, not like your daughters and sons? Why are we treated like that? Why can't you think of your son? You know your son or your daughter very much. That whenever someone tells you they don't drink, they don't drink. Why can't you take a breathalyzer and prove a point if you don't believe me, if you don't believe my story? Because my story is legit. I feel offended. And I specified that to the traffic officer, to the lady traffic officer, that I'm offended. And she'll be like, this one is busy saying he's offended. I'm busy asking him questions. And that time, she's speaking in her home language. If you reply with your own language, they'll be saying, this one is showing off, or this one, this and that, blah, 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 blah. They get more angry. Why can't we do our work in peace? Why can't you do your job in peace? Why can't you let another child live in this world with no regrets and no apology, no apologizing to for the success that they are living in. Another lady officer stopped me. It's not so long. Same situation. Because of my eyes, I'm getting charged. I have a problem with eyes. I told the lady officer. She was like, no. She didn't take my answer, my response. She was like, other people do drink while they're at work. I extended my explanation. I told the lady officer that I was moving out of an apartment to a new one. I didn't catch enough sleep. And then the lady does what? They continue to look for another excuse. They look for another excuse. They started, the lady literally started, the lady officer started with like asking for the permit. Where's the permit, the temporary permit? I showed her the temporary permit, and she went and found out the permit is there. And then it's like, where is your like, yo, I don't know, guys. Like, why do we have to apologize? And later on, she realized that, like, okay, I got the wrong person here. I got the wrong person here, and then by so doing so, someone consoled themselves and saying your ticket was supposed to be 1.5. I gave you 500. You can go to the traffic department, and so that they can reduce the amount. And guess what? I'm not gonna lie on a public platform. I'm not gonna pay for a ticket that it came with a lot of excuses. They look for problems instead of doing their job. Because I thought I was being stopped for like no number plate, but the number plate wasn't there. The permit was there, was legit, and they kept on looking for other excuses. You are drinking. You are drinking on the job. I don't drink. And then I thought it was all over. And then the next thing is like, guess what? You didn't stop on a stop sign. How do I do that? Because it's the road that I was joining on. It's a highway. People are moving 120. There's no way that you can just enter without checking, without stopping. Well, the world that we live in, what's happening to our mothers? What's happening? Why can't our mothers in the law enforcement treat us as their very own? Why can't our mothers treat us as their own sons and daughters? If we don't get the benefit of the doubt from our very own mothers, the people that brought us to this world, who's going to give us the benefit of the doubt? Who's going to give us that benefit of the doubt? Well, what's happening with our world? What's happening with our nation? What are we becoming as a nation? Where are we going? Well, to whom it may concern, I repeat, to whom it may concern in the traffic department, in the law enforcement world, I'm calling out to you, dear law enforcement. I rest my case. Thank you.